everybody. Welcome back to 3 Good Minutes. We are laughing because Ryan wanted to switch it up and he was going to do the introductions, but then...
This is Jen.
This is Ryan, and this is still 3 Good Minutes. It's still Thursday. We are still at Newmark. We are still office created, and we are still happy that you're joining us for this week's episode, in which we are going to be talking about some big news we have, but Ryan is going to introduce that later because he loves to do that. And in the meantime, what is the office really going to look like when we're back? We know we're going back. You all saw the survey and shared it. Thank you again. We know we're excited to go back, but we haven't really said, what does the office look like? And I think we know. I think we have an idea.
A little bit.
We're getting there.
HQ 22. I love stealing thunder. HQ 22
He does.
is the office of the future. We are going to tease it this week and actually show it to you next week. But in the meantime, some things to think about. We've talked about all of these different things around the office, what it looks like working from home, what it looks like with kids, what it looks like with your employer, employee, Zoom, tiredness, everything. We've talked about it. What's it actually look like? We're standing in an office right now that 6 months ago was very cool. It's still very cool, but these days of benching, which have been very popular for the last 10 years, are going to change. They are going to evolve. We don't think that the days of the 6-foot cubicle are coming back and taking away all of your space and your light and maybe sucking the life out of you, but days of benching are definitely changing. So,
Turn the camera.
can we flip you around, cameraman?
Chris, as you all know. So more private offices with glass, so you still feel like you're a part of the open space. More kind of open breakout areas where you can go and sit, you can meet with a colleague with air and space around you where you're not crammed into a corner somewhere. Natural light, operable windows, in this case balconies, so you can easily get outside.
Yeah, a lot of light from above as well. Your LED lighting will be changed. Also, you've got your
Plants.
private spaces back here, bringing the outdoors indoors, which has been a very popular thing in Los Angeles for probably the last 5 or 10 years as well, is going to be more important. And the reason why this is all important is because the health and wellness of people, both mentally and physically, is something that is going to be paramount in employees' minds going forward. So a lot of times in the last several years, employees would walk in, or prospective employees would walk in and say, wow, is the office cool? Does it provide a collaborative environment where I can hang out with people I like, where I can be creative, where I maybe want to work very long hours, where I want to spend time socially as well? And that was a recruitment tool, and that was cool. It's still cool. However, health is also going to take the way going forward too. And they're going to walk in and they're going to really want to know, what does the office do for me from a health perspective? Not just COVID-wise, but mentally.
Yes, so for all you CEOs watching and all you employees watching, the office of the old, you came in, you got it done, you worked in your workspace, and over the years that's changed. Tech companies have really kind of led the trend with that and said, we want you to feel good, we want you to have all of these amenities that maybe don't seem like they belong in an office, but that's not the point. The point is you should be productive, you should be efficient, and when you feel good mentally, you are better at all of those other things as well. And so the office will actually be even more of an important recruiting tool, and we are actually going to tour you through one that kind of has been, I think, leading the trend from a lifestyle office branding standpoint next week.
So not all bad in 2020, right? I mean, every meme that's been out there has said 2020 is canceled, but one of the paramount shifts that will be made in 2020 is your place of work and your overall work-life balance is going to improve, and it's going to start here.
Do you know why 2020 is so crazy?
I know that astrologists have predicted this for 150 years. I did learn that from Allie Dunn, who you might remember a few weeks ago.
So there's 3 planets that always meet in the same place in the atmosphere.
Sure.
Solar system.
Go with it.
Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. And they meet in the same place, and then every 200 years they switch. And this is the end of that 200-year period. And so they are meeting in a new place. December 21st, and apparently that's what's wrecking all of this havoc. So now you know.
We'll bring you a special 3 Good Minutes on December 21st. Speaking of which, how about one good thing?
So my one good thing this week, I know we talked about it last week, and mental health and kind of just how hard this has all been for all of us. And I think this time has given us a lot of time and space to think and to have less distraction. And sometimes that can be a really hard thing to sit with and to just listen to what's really going on in your head and your mind and your body. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. But I think if you can get to the benefit of all of that and understanding what really makes you feel good and doing your best to bring a little bit of that into your day right now, then use it as a benefit.
I'm going to add a one good thing bonus. I really am happy that we're getting to go along the spiritual journey and the emotional journey of one Jennifer Frisk. That's my one good thing bonus this week.
Thank you, Ryan. Glad you're here for it too.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Jen. See you next week, HQ22.